everyone, and welcome to yet another improv production for Sunday of Memorial Day weekend. This has been a very active improv day for improv, more shows than even I knew about. This morning I did a show with people from mostly Europe, but also Japan. And during that show, I discovered that there were two more shows happening today that I didn't know about, that I had totally forgotten about. That was shocking to me. I put them on the calendar, but I did not put them on the website. So I'm excited about the fact that this is now large enough for the person who's like being like, let's do more, let's do more, let's do more, to forget that it's happening. So tonight I have a very exciting show, I think, for you digital viewers. We've got Colin Gossel out of Ohio. Frank, I'm going to mispronounce your last name.
Netcher. Pretend like the S isn't there.
Oh, a Netcher.
Yeah.
Like, sort of like catcher.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, cool. Netcher out of Austin, Texas. And Juliet Everhart?
Yes.
Out of Kansas City, Missouri, I believe.
Yes.
And all of these people, although they live in different geographic locations, are improvisers. They improvise in the area near them, typically, right? You don't typically drive or travel, do any of you?
No.
To do your improv?
Del Close Marathon.
The Del Close Marathon being
Oh, yeah.
what you do.
Yeah.
But typically when you improvise, you do it near to where you are, right?
Yes.
So you guys are like me.
Give or take 3 hours.
Yeah.
You really? Do you travel 3 hours sometimes, Juliet?
Yeah, well, we have a lot of friends in Omaha, so we travel up there a lot to do improv, too.
What are you talking about? You saying that there's improv in Omaha?
There's improv in Omaha. Probably better improv there, even. It's really
I didn't know that.
Improv is exploding in Omaha.
Oh, man, they love it.
I don't know. I know so little about Omaha. Very little. Very little.
States.
But then Omaha knows very little about me. So it's a two-way road. It's a two-way street. All right, so guys, we're going to do a improv set for you. And I believe, Colin, you've got a suggestion for us out of... How did you get the suggestion?
This is from Creative Random Word Generator. Yeah, I generated 8 random words. I'm going to read the first one I look at. It is spirit. Spirit is our
Spirit.
subject.
Spirit.
Spirit makes me think of, I was never cool enough in high school to, like, skip out on pep rallies or anything, but I was always that kid that was, like, marginal enough that, like, I wanted to. Like, I aspired to that kind of, like, not giving a fuckness, but I never quite made it there. I was too fearful, but every time I was, like, that I knew a pep rally or something that I felt was stupid, like that was happening, like, I had to find some way to get out of it because I wanted to say fuck you to authority, but I was also too afraid of authority to do that. But in my heart, I was free, I think.
So you're a rebel, but you didn't have, like, the balls to actually rebel.
No. Not at all.
You are a rebel with a future.
Yes. Turns out I rebelled against that, too.
I've done that a lot, though. I've sort of been like very passionate about things, and then at the last second chickened out, like just not been able to take it that one step farther, you know.
Like what?
I'm trying to think of like a good example of when like I was like, this has to be done. I can't do it. I can't. I mean, I just think that that's a quality that I have. I do that.
Mm. I know my pep rallies back in high school, you made me think of this. They used to be insane. They were like put on by the student council, not the administration. So this was a bunch of kids just sort of throwing together what they thought would work. I remember one case in particular. I had a friend named Mike Edmond who dressed up as a giant bird. He was the mascot for the other team. And he started screaming so loud that he blew out his voice. No one could understand him. And there's just this giant bird in the middle of the auditorium just like screaming, just, ah! We had no idea. It was crazy. I miss high school for things like that.
Was this a condoned school activity, or was he just like letting his freak flag fly?
Yeah, this was just us hanging out. No, we got out of 7th period for this. They thought that
Nice.
this was important enough to miss class. We got to go to the auditorium and watch student council act crazy. It get pretty crazy. They were pie eating contests. Yeah,
It's pretty crazy.
yeah, that's Ohio crazy right there.
So
Talk
what kind
about
of bird was your friend? What kind of bird was he?
He was a Firebird. The Fairmont Firebirds from Xenia, Ohio. They were our homecoming rivals that year.
Oh.
Ah.
Yeah, it was a big deal. We haven't won, a homecoming game in so long. That's something that do you guys from your hometowns? Did you guys take a lot of pride in your football teams?
I've never been to a football game. I've never even watched one all the way through.
Wow.
What?
Yeah, and I'm born and raised in Texas. It just never was an interest to me. I was way more excited about going to the comic book store, studying for that big physics test, and
Those are important things, no doubt, Frank.
yeah.
You've never seen a football game all the way through?
No, I barely know how to play football. I know there are downs, and I know there are touchdowns, and I know there are yards, and that's about all I got on it.
What do you do during the Super Bowl? Like when the Super Bowl happens, where are you?
I go to a friend's house. I eat snacks. I see if there's any improvisers I know in commercials, and then I go home or something. I'm never paying attention to the game. A lot of my friends don't know this about me. I will fake that I know what's happening, and then I'll be like, oh boy, I'm tired. I'm gonna go home and just leave. I'll show up at halftime, watch the halftime show, and then hightail it out of there.
That's so crazy. You're like one of those people who haven't seen Star Wars or something.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I don't really like football either. I went to Penn State, and I saw a couple of football games my freshman year, and we had I guess at the time everyone was I don't know if it's true or not, but everyone was talking about how we had a great defense and no offense. So just about every play was the same. It would just be nothing. You do the play, and nothing changes. It's exactly, you just be precisely where you were before. You're like, okay, we did it. Otherwise, watching it, you're like, well, doesn't look like anything changed. And normally, it'd be 4 seconds of effort, and then it'd be like, oh, nothing. Okay, let's wait for another 30, 40 seconds, and then see if something happens. Nope, nothing. Nothing. I found it grueling. Very grueling. Turned me against football.
Sounds awful.
That's
I like
kind of
the
my thing.
blase, art critic way that you were talking about that football game. The variations in their plays simply lacked.
Yeah. I could have a future as an announcer, no doubt. Well, that makes me think of here's a story. I was in high school. I inherited the role of being the PA announcer when I was a senior, and it was interesting to me because I had a role model who had done it 2 or 3 years beforehand. A guy by the name of Rick had been the PA announcer at my high school. Only Rick was eminently more qualified and appropriate to be he took it seriously. He had a mind for civics and for he did this thing where he refused to say under God when he led everyone in the pledge. He just said the Pledge of Allegiance, but then left out the under God part with a pause, and then went on with the Pledge of Allegiance.
Classy.
I, on the other hand, one day came in, and people had been saying, you sound a lot like Rick when you do the announcements. I was like, thank you very much. Thank you. And one day I showed up, and I just started leading the school in the pledge, and then midway through the pledge I was like, oh my God, Calhoun, that was my high school name. I have forgotten the words to the Pledge of Allegiance because I had them as an announcer. I had them written down, and that day it wasn't there for some reason. Someone had moved my little crib sheet, and so instead of reciting it every day, I had been reading it, and it was gone. And so I just announced to the school that I had forgotten. And the school thought that this was some kind of odd variation on what Rick had done. It was not. It was simply It was simply just not being qualified to
Sure.
have this position.
Sorry, I just don't know. Sorry, everyone. That one's on me.
So sorry. The Pledge of Allegiance below just kind of slipped underneath my radar.
Wow, it seems like they did a really thorough. They picked the right guy to do the job, and
Oh, they really vetted me.
yeah.
They're like, you sound like Rick, and you dress like Rick.
We like Rick.
Yeah, we miss Rick.
Hey, Marty, let's do it. Let's skip class, dude. Let's just go. Let's go home. Come on, man.
Sure, I mean, I guess it's just, you know, what if this goes on our permanent records or something, you know?
It's gonna go on the permanent records, Marty. Yeah, it's gonna go on all our permanent records. We're gonna get detention, but let's live, man. We're living in the now.
No, I mean, I love living in the now. I'm 100% behind you, but you know, I got a final coming up, and and the cheerleaders are supposed to have a new routine that they worked really hard on, and I respect art in no matter what medium, you know?
Hey, what's wrong? What's wrong? You getting chicken? You getting cold feet on me?
I really want to do this. I really want to do this. When I heard you say it, skip class, I really like the idea.
You're not even giving me a straight answer here. Are you going to chicken out on me, or are we going to leave?
You know what? Let's lay out the pros and cons. Sure, right. I'll give you a definitive answer. Pro. I get to miss what many will say is a barbaric practice that has no place in our modern times. Con. You know, people have been working really hard. You know, you have to give back to the community. That's what makes a better community. I have to be a good citizen.
Enough talking. Enough talking. Here, take this Molotov cocktail. All right.
What? Whoa! What?
Yeah, grab it. Feel the energy inside there. We're gonna throw this on our way out, and then we're gonna scream, "Screw you!" to the school as we drive off into the sunset, man.
That's murder. That's murder. I can't murder anybody.
Hey, man! I didn't say we were gonna murder anyone. But what if I did? Are you gonna commit to that? Are you going to live your life?
I'm not gonna murder anybody. No, I'm definitely not gonna murder anybody. Skipping class. What? Yeah. What's with you? Why are you? Why? What? This is crazy heightening. This is insane. Yeah. I can't.
Look, maybe I'm not prepared for my algebra final. Okay.
So you want to murder everybody?
I didn't say that. I said let's get out of here. Let's throw a Molotov cocktail. If people die, I'm willing to live with that. All right? That's something that I'm coming to terms with inside myself. I'm able to give you a straight answer. You can't seem to answer anything, dude.
Well, here's my definitive answer, James. I don't think I want to be friends anymore. I know I was kind of being a chicken, and I know you're trying to light a fire under my ass, but
it's time for you to grab life by the horns. Take that Molotov cocktail. Here's a remote control device. When we get 50 feet away from that...
We cut to Colin 10 years later at his first girlfriend's apartment. Honey, what do you mean? Why did you start throwing around Molotov cocktails? I just told you I needed a decision if you wanted to move in with me or not.
No, this isn't about the decision. I'm living life. I'm committing.
Oh,
I'm committing. That's right. Get out of the way. Get out of the way. I'm going to throw this on the stove.
No, that's a gas stove, buddy. So I love you. I just wanted to move in with you. Oh, my God.
I'm not ready for this. I'm not ready for this.
Okay, you could have told me that first.
Get out of the house, honey. Come on, let's go.
We cut to Macy's men's suits department. So the decision as to what type of style of suit is a pretty important one. Once you've decided what sort of suit you want, there's really no going back.
I see. Tell you what, could you just hold this bag? Just hold this bag.
Just jangling. There's a jangling sound coming out of it.
Yeah, there is. You have a fine selection of wares. I'm going to go outside and think about it. Think about which suit is the one that suits me the best. All right? So you just keep holding that. I'll be back in just a little bit. All right?
Don't forget there's a 15% discount today.
God damn you.
It's 15% off, so if you
Stop!
make the decision
Stop!
today,
I just
You
want to
make-
live life. I just want to
That's
live life. Can I escape the decisions for just a second? Can I escape
Yeah.
them for even just a second?
yeah, but if you make the decision today, you get 15% off.
No,
And
just-
I can give you an extra 10.
Do you know what that bag you're holding is? Do you know what that bag you're holding is?
Mm-mm.
That's C4. That's C4, man.
C4 explosives.
C4 explosives, military grade. I was so close to just leaving this all behind. Is it Armani? Are the suits Armani?
There are some Armani suits here, yes.
Those are 15% off too?
Yeah,
All of the
Yeah.
suits are 15% off.
today.
Are,
Yeah.
are there advantages to a certain suit? Ugh!
There are,
Oh.
of course, advantages to every different suit. There are different perks to the different suits. I can list them all for you.
Yes, dude.
Johnson, I just want to say I commend you on your sale. You took someone who, frankly, was going to blow up our store and convinced him to buy a suit. You deserve a raise. That's for damn sure. You deserve a raise.
Are you reconsidering my proposal to open a store in Baghdad?
Absolutely anything. Are these the conditions that you need? Do you need danger to make the sale? Are you addicted to the sale?
I thrive in anarchy. That's when I'm my sharpest. When things get a little bit out of control, that's when I can really close business.
Yeah. You remind me of a young me.
Really.
Yeah. They said you couldn't do sales in Akron. They said it wouldn't be possible. But
It's a depressed economy in Akron. It's a
Yeah.
bad economy.
Oh, it was terrible. It was terrible.
Sure. When was this? Like the early 80s?
Yeah, this was like 81.
Ugh.
I had
Brutal economy then.
I had one of those crazy mullets,
Who's going to trust you?
Yeah. Just some crazed salesman ready to put it all on the line. Wrangle this town. Take it. Make it my own.
Take it. Yeah. Take the town.
And now here I am,
Sure.
regional manager. And I'm 100% ready to open up a branch in Baghdad.
Yeah, you and I are a lot alike. As soon as I saw that bag of C4, I said to myself, ka-ching. This is money in the bank. I want to take that cash and put it in the bank. I've got a special talent. I understand when someone's threatening my life. That's when my ears perk up. I'm going to listen twice as hard. What's the reason why they don't want to buy a suit? What's the reason they're going to kill me instead of buying a suit? Once I know that, it's just a matter of threading all the loose threads together into one finely crafted suit that's going to come at that person at a discount.
Oh. Mwah, it's like hearing myself speak. Oh. This is definitely going to happen. I need the store now. I need the store. You've awakened something in me. Say, you want to go get a business lunch and get really fucked up?
Yeah, I do want that.
You strike me as very similar to Denise. Do you want to be CEO of our company?
Well, I appreciate it.
I'm right here. I am right here.
Oh, sorry, my mistake.
Denise, please. Denise, your time is done. Denise is retiring. She's been CEO of Marks & Company Textiles for many years.
I mean, I'm
But
not really. You're replacing me with someone exactly like me, right down to age and name as well. You've had to call
It was
her
very
Other
hard to
Rachel the entire time she's been in here.
Been very hard to find someone of that nature. Listen, what's your name? New Denise? I'll just call you New Denise. New Denise, this isn't some sort of Dostoevsky-esque double situation. We just think that Denise did such a great job as CEO that we want someone very similar to her to replace her. Is that all right with you?
Absolutely. Listen, Denise, I love you. I wouldn't be where I am without you. But I've got to take your job, you know? That's all there is to it.
New
Sure,
Denise is far better.
If you're asking if I'm willing to murder Denise right here and take her
Whoa.
place,
I'm glad that you got that out of the subtext I was
Okay,
talking about.
wait. That's exactly why this has to happen.
Yeah.
She has to take my place.
It's
Yeah.
a tradition. It's not like Dostoevsky-esque, the double situation, except in the respect that
You
this
keep
new shadow
saying
replacement
that.
has to murder the old one.
You keep specifically referring to that Dostoevsky story.
yeah, I've never read that book. Does it end in murder?
Sort of. He gets like the main character gets carted away to an insane asylum, but I think we would all prefer to die rather than have that happen. Isn't that right, Denise? What do you think?
Yeah.
I guess on my list of concerns, the story itself is very low. Not getting murdered is probably right up there. Shoot to the top.
Well, listen, the similarities are minimal. This isn't a Dostoevsky-esque recreation of the double, all right? Except in the respect that we were planning on having your double destroy your life, and people would think you're going insane.
Okay.
I can still do that.
No,
That's the plan.
you don't have to. Okay, great. No, that's not great, actually. I'd really prefer not to be murdered or have anything taken over. If this is about a power thing within the company, I can sign over some documents or anything like that.
Ooh, this is going to be awkward. Yeah.
Are you just a big fan of Russian literature? Is this something to do with Russian literature?
How can you not be? Dostoevsky, everyone else, they're all great. Every single one.
It's really
But here's
depressing stuff.
the awkward thing, murder, we don't need your permission. That's the thing. Okay, so let's do this. If we're going to do this, let's do this. Right, New Denise? Come on.
Absolutely. Hey, Denise, it's been a pleasure meeting you. It's been great knowing you.
This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. New Denise, you commit. You commit to living. You commit to living. You really say yes to this situation. All right, hold her down.
All right. Well, if there's one last thing I can say, it's that Pushkin really owned Russian literature.
She's got that right. All right, light her on fire.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Hi, Mrs. Wellington. Mrs. Wellington, I was hoping I could have a second of your time.
Yes, of course.
You know that Chelsea and I have been dating for about a year now.
Oh.
I wanted to come over here today and just sort of tell you that I've been thinking about our future, and I have been making some decisions, and
All right.
I would...
Making what I'm hearing.
I want to see if I could get your permission to ask Chelsea to be my wife.
Well, of course. I think you'd make a great son-in-law. You made her so happy. I'm just so pleased to hear you say that, and to come to me. How sweet.
Well, I mean, I know that Mr. Wellington is unavailable, and so I want to come to Chelsea's parental figures. I would have come to you anyway, even if Mr. Wellington were available, but since he's unavailable, I think it's twice as important that I...
Very unavailable. He's very unavailable. You've got that right. Yeah, so don't worry about it. Well, you've got my permission. Absolutely. Have you picked anything out? Have you got a date you want for her?
Well, I haven't asked her yet.
Okay.
So that's not, I couldn't pick that out yet. But I have decided that I am going to, I'm going to ask her if she would consider, I'm nervous to say this, but would she consider finding her father with me and we could ask him to officiate the wedding. So that's a decision. It's kind of a big decision because he's been missing
He
for
has
so
been.
long, and it seems like it'll be difficult to find him.
That expedition to the Amazon just, I mean, one day we're hoping, my God.
I'm hoping that our marriage can serve as a catalyst to find your missing husband. That's
Well,
my
that,
hope.
I hope it's mostly because you love her, really. I mean, I do appreciate that. I want my husband back. I fear what's happened to him in the Amazon. I do want my daughter to be happy, you know.
I love Chelsea. I love her. I love her. I probably wouldn't be asking her to marry me if her father weren't missing in the Amazon. If that weren't part of the package, I would probably pass on this.
Are you hoping to marry into our family of explorers? Is that, or is the missing part just what's exciting to you?
It's the missing part. I want to be, I'm a young man. I want to be involved in action, wherever I can find it.
Well,
So I love your daughter because she's adventurous and, she stays out late with me. We get into mishaps. But I mean, I'm young. We get into like scraps, the law and authority. But this missing father thing is too much. It's more than I can bear. I need to get involved.
Well, you could just volunteer your time, I'm glad you love my daughter, but really, please don't string her on because you're excited about her father being missing. I don't know if we'll find him ever.
I'll say it straight up. I'll say I want to marry you because your dad's missing. I won't string her along. I'll be honest about it. I believe in being honest in relationships.
Oh, well, she doesn't have very high self-esteem. I worry about her if you say that.
I worry about her, too. She does have low self-esteem.
Sweetie, what did you want to do tonight? I was thinking rob a bank.
All right.
I don't know. Is that stupid? I feel like that's stupid. I don't know.
I know you feel bad about yourself. No, don't beat yourself up. It's not a bad idea. It's a great idea. It's a great idea. Rob a bank. I mean, look, I can rob a bank.
It's what we always do.
We both know I can rob a bank. Well, let's do it. That's a Wednesday. Let's do it. It's a Wednesday.
Yeah. Is that adventure enough for you anymore? I don't.
For a Wednesday, sure. For a Wednesday, look. You know what? I'll tell you what. Let's drive into the city. We'll get a city bank.
Sure.
That'll be harder to get away because there'll be checkpoints that they could try to find us.
Yeah, that sounds like fun. If I don't lose my head.
It's a 50-minute drive, but I say it's worth it.
Yeah, it does sound like it's worth it. You know what we never talk about? What we love about each other? I love that you protect me, and you're so masculine. You're like sort of, I don't know, you're sort of like a dad to me in a lot of ways. But that sounds weird. That sounds weird and stupid. I'm sorry.
Well, I love that you're willing to go on these adventures with me, like robbing things.
Mm-hmm.
Unlike my first girlfriend, Stacy, who lost a finger and then wouldn't talk to me again. You've been quite resilient through our escapades. But I'm burying the headline because the number one thing I love about you is that your dad's missing.
What?
The number one thing I love about you is that your dad's missing under suspicious circumstances. That's the number one thing. And then you throw in the backdrop of the Amazon, and boy, have you got me hooked. Because, I mean, the Amazon, they set movies in that locale.
Yeah, it's pretty. I guess it's pretty exciting. We live in the city. They also set movies here.
It's not really within your control, so I can understand if it hits you a little odd.
Sure.
Does it hit you a little odd?
Yeah, it just makes me. I love you because you protect me and you make me feel good. I feel like this whole thing has been about my dad, and I love going on adventures.
That's mostly true. I mean, it's mostly been about your dad.
It's mostly my dad.
Babe, I want to ask you something.
Sure.
Since I first met you,
oh my God,
I knew.
Is this really happening?
I heard about your missing father. I remember I picked you up for pizza,
Yes.
And there was a young boy watering your lawn who your mom paid $10. And I was like,
Honey, oh
who's
my God, kids, oh my God, you won't believe it. Your father's been found. He's been found.
Oh my God!
He
Really?
can give permission. He's right here.
Oh my God!
Oh, I've been in the Amazon for 15 years.
Oh, Daddy! Oh, Daddy! Oh,
Yeah, Schnookums.
oh, I missed you so much.
Oh, I missed you. Who's this strapping young lad?
Oh, this is my fiance. He's.
not so fast. Not so fast. I never finished my proposal. And at this point, I choose not to.
What? What do you mean? No. No, we were gonna get married.
Unlucky at love. Unlucky at love. First Stacy loses her finger, and now this.
How dare you? How dare? Let me. No, I ought to take you to the Amazon and tie you to a tree.
That I'm interested in.
Oh,
I
are
hate
you
you.
now?
I choose not to marry your daughter.
What?
Take me to the Amazon. Tie me to a tree.
Ugh.
It was more of a facetious statement. I never want to go back to the Amazon.
This is just a useless relationship. You were leading me on? You were leading me
I
on.
wrote Druce to the ground saying, honey, I only want happiness for you. This is your mother. I've gone missing in the sewers. Don't come looking for me. Sincerely, once again, your mother. I know I mentioned that earlier. P.S. I love you.
My love! My love!
Well, the sewers, I guess we could keep dating. I would keep dating you if you want to, Chelsea, but that's it.
Listen, I'm willing to take it. I'm on board with anything. You're just so perfect. I just need I need this. So yes.
There's that low self-esteem. All right, that's our show. That's our show. That's our show. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Definitely tune in to see the Curious Comedy Internet Players, who are actively doing a set right now out of Portland, Oregon. I will certainly be watching them a little bit later on tonight. Thank you so much for watching. Colin Gossel, Frank Netcher, and Juliet Everhart. Thanks, guys.